Well, it's 6 o'clock in the morning here in Alma, Missouri, and we are exercising cricket. Third horse for us to exercise today. It's now the month of July. We have rain in the near-term forecast. I think it's going to rain for 2-3 hours, a little bit later in the day. We spent most of yesterday working in this field, which now has soybeans in it to my immediate right. It was the field that had barley in it that we harvested. We were able to flip the field and we got it planted, and the soybeans are growing, but I see we have weeds, lots and lots of weeds, so we're gonna have to try and address that. And I think we might need to get another fertilizer state on it. So weeding and fertilizing, I think, for this field. And then you can see our oat field is now ready to harvest. So, whoa, watch out for that door, cricket. So our oat field is now ready to harvest too. But we did get the rolling done in that soybean field before the end of the day. I was kind of straightening things up a little bit. I had to mix feed for the cows just to make sure they didn't run out of total mixed ration. I'm trying to think. We ran into town, pick up our bale trailer so that we could continue to sell bales. And what else do we do? Oh, that harvest contract that I was helping out on. So I think we hauled 2 truckloads of barley to the delivery point for that contract with our new pace setter trailer, which is now over here in the driveway. That contract's still not done, but barley can continue to be harvested through the month of July, so we'll do that. You can see I got the bales loaded on the trailer. We're going to run that into town again, try and make a little more money, because we need to have a little bit of cushion. We're down to $3,710. We need to have some cushion to be able to pay workers to work for us, because we really need the assistance. If we try to do everything ourselves, it'll end up taking a heck of a lot longer. All right, cricket, where did you go? Cricket, 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 cricket. There she is. So let's get cricket groomed. Hold still, cricket. Come on. There we go. Put the tack away and we'll check on our horses. Okay, so we're in the horses. Let's, we need to do something about the food in here at some point though. Looking for daily riding and cleanliness on everybody. Done. Okay. Horses are taken care of. When was it? Cricket and Todd? Is that our last 2 horses? When Cricket and Todd reach 6 months, we'll get 2 more. Let's see, last episode, Buku Bales didn't apparently do quite as well as the big expansion episode, so I was a little disappointed in that, but we're going to keep trying to do an episode every day. It's a heck of a lot of gameplay, but we'll keep seeing if we can make it happen here. That's what was left, that straw bale there. It's what was left over when we made the total mix ration, so it's here to make a second batch, but I didn't really have a ton of time to mess around with it. I just did the one. But yeah, we could do some more bedding, and we could do some more feed, time permitting, once we get a chance, but we don't have a lot of time. We are really busy running around trying to get things done. So I think the next thing is probably, it's probably taking that the John Deere into town. So why am I coming over here? I don't know. Other than to drive over here and show you our semi-truck with our pace setter trailer. Because yeah, most of that. Where's the tractor with the front loader? Is it in the bale shed again? That was a waste of time, huh? That was not good. Okay. Yeah, it's in there. This thing's awesome for storm bales. I don't know why I didn't do that sooner. Let's run into town. Let's sell this. We could grab our grain cart that we bought and it's still in town, bring it out here and use it for the harvest. We'll check on used equipment while we're there. I have a suspicion that there is a header that we could use, but we cannot afford, and I'm not going to borrow any more money. I need $20,000. I could maybe come and get a second load of straw bales, and that would maybe get me close to enough money. I don't know. I'm not sure what else I could sell. We're going to get more straw off the oat field, so I mean, what I'm afraid though is that if I wait too long, it'll be gone. So let me run into town, jump cut. So what I like about the long drive, sometimes it gives you time to think. And I was thinking, maybe it might be a better idea. It's just the beginning of July now. Maybe it might be a better idea to focus on that contract and finish that to get the money. So, yeah, I don't know. Oh God, more backing. I don't want to make the same mistake as I made last time, and I was too far over. I didn't want to take the bales. So I want to get it which way? I want to get it over there. I just can't. Seem to, for the life of me, get this thing to go where I want it. And when I adjust, I usually end up right back where I was in the first place. It's like, what the heck did I even go through all that for? I'm in the exact same spot I was before. All right, well, I'm just gonna try and offload it here. We'll see if they'll take it. Take that and then that. And maybe forward a little bit. See how much we get. Yeah, it's only 8,400. So if I went and got a whole nother load, it's barely going to get me there, I think. But will get me there. I think. I think I should work on the contract. That'll get me more money quicker. So we got the grain cart here. We still got that dry box we got to pick up. But at least we got our trailer. Let me check on the used equipment. So it's a case header. If we had to, when we have that huge soybean harvest later in the year, we can run 2 harvesters, and we may very well want to be doing that. So let's see. So there it is, Terraflex for 20,000, 60% off. That's a good deal. 25 foot was be 42.5, 48 full price, and then I don't think we can do anything bigger. 41 footer. I don't know if we got the juice for that. It's almost 7 o'clock. I think the best thing for us to do is to work on that contract. If we can get paid for that, then we can get that header before it disappears. And then we can get this out there, and we can use the grain cart on our harvest instead of the gravity wagons, or having to pull the truck into the field. And then maybe we could use our new pace setter trailer on our own harvest. What are we doing? We're doing oats though, so we're going to put that in our bin and use it to turn into seed potentially. So see you back out at the farm. Okay, you can see the farm coming into view as we return with our new grain cart. Well, new to us. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll grab the truck, and we're gonna head over to that harvest contract. Let's see if we can make some money. It's gonna take us a minute to get there. Already 7. enough room. Sorry. Enough room to negotiate through here. Field's already nearly full. I want to leave them there, have them there waiting for us. Field here, it's a big one. We're going to focus primarily on hauling the grain, so that's what we will include in the episode. Oh, look, deer. Now, I would prefer not to be driving this trailer into the fields. Hopefully after this we won't be doing it anymore. Where's the combine at? There it is. Oh, looks like we got a New Holland out here, able to haul grain also if we need to. That's good. Starting to offload for us, and then we'll just get filled up here. We'll run it into the delivery location and lather, rinse, repeat. We'll do it again. Hey, all right, he's on his way. We will wait for him to come back. Once we get our semi loaded, we'll run it into town. Okay, well, that was unintentional. I made a horrible mistake. We ended up completing that contract. We made probably about $45,000. I took 2 trailer loads off the field. The first one I delivered to the grain sell point, and the second one they allowed me to keep, and I was able to put it into the railroad transfer silo for once. So maybe it's that other trailer that won't let me do it. And then we got paid about $45,000, and we did buy that used header, and along with the header we bought the trailer that goes with it, which is not the same trailer we have for ours, which explains why it's not snapping into it properly. And I have to carefully put it on how it sets. But this one's a dolly trailer. Anyway, we'll come back and we'll get this later and we'll head back out to the farm. I'll tell you exactly what happened. It's probably in my favor that it actually did occur, because that means I've got more time left in the episode, because I probably would have included, at least as a time lapse, those runs into town and done some narration with it. So I don't know, life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, right? Yeah, I went through, I was doing all the gameplay and everything, and then I was ending my gaming session. I was getting a little tired. I was making mistakes, like accidentally pressing buttons and accepting contracts that I didn't mean to. So I saved the game, and then I shut down my PlayStation. As the PlayStation was shutting down, I realized I had not saved the video of the gameplay. So while we maintained our progress, we did lose the footage of loading the truck, driving it into town, and offloading it, and then going to the store, taking a look at the header, and buying it and the trailer. It's really all you missed, though, so it's not so bad. We're gonna head back out to the farm. We've got rain coming. I'm not quite sure. I'm hesitant to start on the harvest, so maybe we'll just get the Patriot and head out into the soybean field and spray it with herbicide. Look at that corn, it's looking good. These fields are so big. Really need to keep my eyes open for like another corn header too. It'll be nice to have two combines working in that big cornfield. I'm gonna park at the northern end of this, and I also want to make sure I put my cover on, I think. So the pickup's over there. The gator's probably in the building over there. Patriot. I think it is loaded with herbicide already, so should be able to just head out there and get started. And then the quicker we can get going on this, the quicker we'll be able to finish it, right? Go ahead and fire that up. And then I've got more herbicide. Hard to believe it's supposed to rain. Doesn't look like rain. Got enough herbicide to fill this up again right there. I do like this thing. Nice. Alright, let's see. Might actually be bigger than we need at this end. Yeah, it's like, how quickly can I adjust the spray down? I think it's that. Nope. Yeah. Wow, can I go one smaller? Better not. Back up a little bit here. Okay. I'm full width now. I guess I should have got out and showed you the weeds close up, but it didn't happen. Sorry. So let me spray these. Probably best just do it as a time lapse, right? Got around one time before it started raining. Go ahead and fold up, call it a day. Well, not a day, but come back after it stops raining and finish this job. So that was quick. So this is supposed to continue for probably 2 or 3 hours, so we'll go top off. I think we're gonna need more. I got fertilizer there, huh? Let's see. Let's get this stuff off of here. Need to come up with another solution for the liquid fertilizer and the liquid herbicide, just because doing the IBCs is a little not the best. Going to be time consuming, moving them around and buying them one at a time and loading them and all that. Lime at. All right, get the fertilizer off. Let's see. I don't know how much more stuff to buy. Looks like one. Tough to say. Might have to buy what we can afford. Got it. Now I can put it in the corner over here. Oh, go for the tow rope, huh? Guess it doesn't like that. I'm gonna leave the pallet hooks right here for now. It's as good a time as any to go get that dry box. Oh, I can leave that running. Try and go get that dry box. Up the boom. Do I have space to wind my way around? Oh hey, you know what it means. We're heading into town at lunchtime, going to Mama Joe's. Yeah, we'll get the trailer loaded up and then we'll go grab some lunch. So I'll see you in town. We'll jump cut there. Okay, we're arriving in town. Quite sure how we're gonna make this happen, but we'll figure it out. No. Alright, I think we got a couple of things we need to purchase. So that we can put it on our telehandler to lift up that dry box. See if I can figure out what it is here. Used equipment, a T7. Man, those are not cheap. Okay, here's all the combinations for the Trident 5550. So the dry box is what we bought. I think we need both the quick change tool and the Trident tool lifter. $1,800 spent. Coming down pretty good now. Okay, so put one on one side and one on the other. Kind of a small telehandler. I hope it's got the beams to be able to lift this thing. It should be. We'll see. So far, so good. That's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, I think we want to be a little higher. Boy. Have it on there the right way. It's gonna add a bit of an angle. Oh boy. We gotta let it stop swinging here. This could take a few minutes.
A few moments later.
Spent some time fiddling around trying to figure out how to load it on there. I think we got it done. So I think if we can hook this up, we can take the trailer back, what's that, header with the telehandler, and then we'll get the dry box and the quick change tool on the gooseneck, and we'll get it back to the farm that way. All right. Oh, let's see. Probably. Going to put some herbicide and fertilizer on here, but I don't think that's going to be a good idea. Could I maybe put one here? Probably better not. Might have to be another trip. Lunch. All right, we finish up lunch. It's just gone 1 o'clock, and if you look up at the weather prognosticator, it's looking like the rain's gonna stop in the not too distant future. I think it's probably gonna stop by 2 o'clock. So I'm gonna get back out to the farm. I probably should be filming some farming instead of all this, but wanted to kind of get us following the telehandler out to the farm. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Our alfalfa field's also ready to cut, so we got that and the oat field both that potentially need to get done. Now this is going to be a danger. I'm going to see if I can hire a worker to drive this out, and we'll follow them. So let's see what happens here. I think it might work. I don't know. I'm hesitant with that trailer on there. I'm not sure what's going to happen. If they're going to make these corners or not. Worry about what I'm doing too. I'm doing all right. Looks like it'll be okay. Oh, convoy. Uh-oh, where are you going? I think he's gonna take a creative route. I don't know why. Sometimes you never know. He's probably avoiding this traffic. Who knows? I'll wait for him here. Cutting through the corner property, I guess. Okay, that was a fun little convoy. Other than his little detour through that farm on the corner, let's see how it goes pulling into the yard here. Looks like okay. Exactly where he's gonna park, I'm not sure. We'll see in a moment. That was scary. That's okay though, that looks good. Yeah, it was bad. Let's get this repairs done on this. We can actually use that one then. Let me see what we can do to fix this thing up. I guess I want to see the header. Okay. How about now? There we go. Okay. Only $267. That's awesome. Okay. So we've got the dry box offloaded. It's still raining. I think what I'll do, since it's still raining, I'm going to run into town again. I'm going to buy a couple IBCs each of fertilizer and herbicide, just so we have some more, and I'll bring it out here. We'll do that off camera. By the time we get back and get it offloaded, the rain will have stopped, and then we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do next. So, let's see after the rain stops. Okay, we're back, and the rain has stopped. I did go, and it's amazing. It's amazing it clears up so quickly. I didn't offload the IBCs when I got back because it looked like the rain was about to stop, so I went into the house. I kind of did some quick rough editing and then came back out here, so I probably got about 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes left in the episode. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, give or take. I don't know if I want to start the harvest, so I think I'll probably go back out and finish spraying the weeds, and we'll leave the harvest till tomorrow, and we'll also leave the alfalfa till tomorrow too. Maybe we'll see what happens when we get done. There is a contract to harvest wheat on a field just to our west. Maybe I'll do that off camera, maybe earn around $30,000, which would be nice. And then, yeah, we'll just hustle through that work in the upcoming episodes. But I'm worried about the weather. So let me take a look at the weather real quick here. I'll come down here by the Patriot. Let's check the weather here on the phone. So looking into the future, you know, it's going to be sunny tonight. I don't remember what time. Sun's probably going to go down around probably 8 o'clock, between 7 and 8 be my guess. And then we got rain in the forecast for tomorrow. I see it at 1 o'clock in the morning. So if we're lucky, that'll be the only rain on July 2, mid-July, which won't affect us working tomorrow at all. That's my hope. It's probably a fantasy, but it's my hope. So we got the Patriot. We'll go out and continue spraying the weeds. I got, what, 2 more IBCs of herbicide, so that should hopefully fill us up maybe 1.5 times. Fingers crossed. Probably not quite that much. I don't know if it'll be enough or not. We'll find out here pretty quickly, I guess. I think what I'll do is I'll go up this side of the field to the north, and then maybe run east-west across it. Gotta try to figure out where the... Looks like I missed a couple weeds there. There's weeds again. Yeah, here we go. Somewhere right in here. It's where we'll have to pick up on it. Do the best we can here. I keep saying that. Like we're not going to try and do the best we can. Why would they? Why would we? This will be fun. We'll try and get all these. So where the tire tracks, where we kind of drove in the field after we harvested, it looks like that's where you kill the weeds off. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but how are we doing? Still have 90%. I am hopeful that we're going to have enough herbicide to get this done, because if we don't, it'll be another run into town. I think the Trident sprayer has even greater working width than this one, but I don't know if we'll get the sprayer attachment for it too, because really, what's the point? We already have a sprayer. I think what I'll probably do is I'll run north-south on this side. What are we at? Almost 80. I think we'll be all right. Missed a couple of weeds, it'll be all right. It'll be minimal impact. So where you drive on the fields, that's where you kind of destroy the stubble, which makes it harder to mulch after a grain harvest. And then also where you drive, I think you kill the weeds off too. Whereas when a worker does it, it doesn't happen. So now we're down around 70%. Seems like every time we do a run, we use about 10% of our remaining product. Some there. Need to overlap a little more aggressively. Oh, what we got here? Well, what could be more patriotic than using the Patriot on the 4th of July? It is the beginning of July after all. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you don't subscribe yet, why not? Don't cost nothing.